The U.S. government has given billions of dollars to businesses in an effort to curb the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The government will begin to pursue recouping these funds in 2021. Aggressive penalties will be imposed on companies that do not follow regulations and guidelines for proper use of these funds. Criminal charges are already being levied on fraudulent use. Don't suffer again. Get a customized business operations success suite from Elite 8 Tax and Financial Services for your company today. BOSS packages include entity formation, payroll, accounting and bookkeeping, tax planning, tax filings, and quarterly strategy sessions to minimize your tax liability, increase efficiency, and maximize your profits. Make your appointment today at elite8financial.com. Get the guidance, tools, and protection your business needs now. Get BOSS. Get behind the shield.
Knowledge, integrity, security, service. Get behind the shield.
We could not continue to do our filing of our taxes in the traditional sense that we've been doing for so many years. So we opted to go ahead and take the advice from one of our friends that went ahead and referred us. And since he referred us, we said, we decided let's go ahead and check Elite 8 out, and we're glad we did. They were extremely very thorough, so that's part of the excitement that we really enjoyed with Elite 8. So some of the parts of the values that we really enjoyed was that they were, beyond the fact that they were trustworthy, very thorough, extremely responsive, and the fact that we could do things online just the same that we were able to do in the traditional sense.
Get behind the shield.
This is Dr. Tamia Guest with Rejuvenating Chiropractic.
This is Nara Reed with Modified Nutrition Health Coach.
This is Karen Marcel with June Street Barbershop.
This is Tiffany Marcel with Marcel Luxury Realty, and you're listening to Boss Talk Radio.
I paid the call to be born.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday's Boss Tax Tips. We're going to get into a topic today that comes up quite a bit. And I mean, so much so that I'm like, hey, let's just put a segment together for this because people really want to know. And this is for the people that's doing things on the up and up. And so this is really like a big topic because, as most of you know, most business owners know, recently they opened up the second round of the PPP program, and also there's some more economic impact disaster loan funding available for you guys. And of course, there's always the conversation about, which entity to form, whether it's LLC, S Corp, C Corp, whatever the case may be. I don't know why so much of that circulates on social media when there's this wonderful, wonderful website called irs.gov, and it is for everybody. So it's really easy for you guys to go and get the information, but going to help you out today. We're going to talk about some of the things that's on there that comes up often for business owners, things that you guys need to know that you deal with all the time. So give me just a second here. Let me put this up. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is employee classification, the age-old conversation of whether or not I should hire an employee or whether or not I should hire an independent contractor, and which constitutes which one. Good morning, Kamari. How you doing? Kamari Ellis in the building, one of my tax colleagues. Yes, IRS Gov has the information for you. So here's what we're going to do. So you're a business owner. It's time for you to build a team, time for you to hire, bring some people aboard, and you're trying to determine whether or not you should hire an independent contractor or an employee. Let's first talk about the reason this even comes up. This typically comes up because people are either lazy or cheap. I'm saying it again. People are either lazy or cheap. What do you mean by that, George? Well, it's real easy to deal with an independent contractor because you don't have to keep up with employee withholding and payroll taxes and things of that nature. That doesn't make it right. That's not that's not how you determine whether or not you're going to do that. And while I'm at it, I didn't plan on speaking on this, but I've had some people say this, and I guess it's just bad information out there. There's this concept about under the table, paying people under the table. That does not benefit you as a business owner. You cannot deduct the under the table payment or whatever. So, going back to the part of an independent contractor, first and foremost, if you pay anyone in the service of your business in pursuit of income, if you pay anyone more than $600, you should have both the W-9 on file, and you should issue the new form that they're going to. In the past years, what you got was a 1099 MISC. Now you're going to get a 1099 NEC. The NEC stands for non-employee compensation. And this is what you're going to issue to any independent contractors that you have. And there's a deadline, filing deadline for that document. I want to say it's January 31st. I could be wrong. It could be January 30th, but that's why you go to irs.gov to get that information. So anyway, 1099 NEC. So let's talk about what constitutes what. By default, you always want to consider them to be an employee because misclassification of an employee can cost you a lot of money in fines and back taxes. So an employee is anyone who performs services for you. That's your employee. If you can control, what will be done and how it will be done. And there's also a time element over there, the schedule of when they have to be working on it or whatever. So if you have a facility that dictates, this person is here by this time, this is the job they do while they're here, this is done at this time, this is done at this time, that is an employee. For an employee, you must have a W-4 on file. You must withhold the proper federal and state employee taxes, and you must file those employee taxes. That's one of the biggest ways. That's the fastest way to get in trouble with the IRS, more than underreporting income or anything else. If you play with the trust fund, that's what they call the payroll taxes. If you are not compliant in that area, you have problems. And the thing is also for managers, if you're not a business owner, if you're a manager or accountant, you write schedule. When it comes time to issue a trust fund recovery penalty, they come after anybody they can, anybody that was responsible for it. So if you even sign payroll or process payroll or whatever, you could very well be assigned that charge. So if you're new into that industry, know what you're doing and know what you're getting into before you do that. So the next part is the independent contractor. This is, even after you separated whether or not somebody is an employee, this one kind of murks the line. An independent contractor, the payer has the right to control or direct only the result of the work. So that means how long it's going to take, when it's going to be worked on, things of that nature are not controlled by the person that is paying. And so for this person, as I mentioned earlier, you want to have the W-9 on file or whatever. You want to track those payments and issue them a 1099 non-employee compensation at the end of the year. These are not a complete list of classifications. You also have statutory employees, statutory non-employees. And the thing is that it's important for you as a business owner to have the right classifications. So if you do not have a tax professional that's versed in this area, or a CPA or an attorney that is versed in that area, you can get those answers on irs.gov. There's a link there. I'm going to put it up on the screen. You guys can go and visit. This will break down all of the different classifications for employees, contractors, etc. And there's also information on the side on that page for business structures. I don't know why you guys go back and forward with, should I be an S Corp, C Corp, this, that, and the third. That information is readily available at irs.gov. You still should consult an attorney as it relates to different protections and things of that nature. If you need an attorney, you can reach out to us at 866-235-4838. We have a network of attorneys from coast to coast, business attorneys that we can put you in touch with. Also, if you need assistance with payroll or filing your payroll taxes, anything of that nature, you can also give us a call at 866-2ELITE8. That's 235-4838. Or you can book an appointment at elite8financial.com/appointments. So I hope I was able to shed some light on this area for you guys and help you get better situated and stay in compliance with that. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the boss term of the week, and on Friday for our next installment of Boss Talk Radio. Got an exciting show coming up for you. This has been your host, George Dandridge, your Texas tax expert, and I will see you guys on next week.